It's a crossing of fates no one has dreamed of before. An offshoot in the BlazBlue series, Persona, Under Night, and Ruby franchises tag in for some 2v2 anime action. It's a dream crossover that feels like fanfiction at times, but its frenetic action and opportunities for creativity show promise for a title with strong appeal to newcomers and experts alike. A GLaDOS-like computer with mysterious plans constructs the Phantom Field, a sort of fake amalgamation of stages from the worlds of each game, and starts bringing in heroes. It pits them in a race for the Keystone, which is a competition wrapped in a tournament with a prize. The plot is a bit contrived, but BlazBlue fans will be used to this storytelling style, filled with complicated vocabulary and humorous filler. It's also hilarious to see cross-franchise interactions, like when Ragna meets Under Night's Gordeau and they discuss the differences between their powers. It is great to see the same English voice cast return to the BlazBlue and Persona characters, who perform really well in their roles. It feels like ArcSys wants to cater to English fans as much as possible. It's exciting to see new voices from the Under Night characters, but it's also a pleasure to hear the original voice actresses from Ruby. In collaboration with Rooster Teeth, ArcSys has done an incredible job bringing Ruby, Weiss, and Blake into the fray. Each of them feels energetic, original, and incredibly fun to play. Speaking of voice acting, the game is packed with adorable special intros and quips between characters.
I hope you appreciate how great an honor it is to be chosen as my partner.
Most characters will call their partner by name, and you can see relationships resonate between the various fighters. Occasionally though, there are awkwardly long pauses because of the language differences with Japanese lines. But the real piece of the Azure is of course hidden in the streamlined battle system of cross-tag. ArcSys asked themselves a simple but genius question: what if the inputs for all moves were the same? Without ever having played Gordeau or Waldstein or whatever character, the game's universal move list makes jumping between fighters effortless. Most characters have a couple of quarter circle moves, all supers are done the same way, and everyone has a Dragon Punch. Walking is removed from the game, as characters just dash right away, which makes some combos a lot easier. You can even map an air dash to a button. Thanks to the auto combo system, which admittedly hides some special moves between multiple presses of the A or B buttons, it's very easy to chain combos with partner tags, also done with one button. The true complexity emerges in the defensive and offensive systems of the game. BB Tag feels much different from, say, Central Fiction, where you could jump in and barrier block. Here, everyone has a Dragon Punch that's completely air unblockable. But if you successfully punish a Dragon Punch, you can heavily damage the opponent as they will be unable to cross burst, this game's get out of trouble mechanic, which tags in a partner to save their friend. It might not look like it, but the cross burst is also punishable. Even though some characters have their original mechanics simplified or streamlined, ArcSys did a good job making everyone stand out. You have your zoners like New 13 and Yukiko, and the latter can still famously heal and build up her fire gauge with assists. Grapplers like Waldstein and Tager seem a little more dominant, but everyone should find an archetype that suits them. BB Tag's expansive tutorial and mission modes are a starting point to master the game. The tutorial lets you experience the mechanics of the game firsthand, and you can do sample combos for each character. It's not much and they won't incorporate partner work, so you'll have to develop those on your own or find ideas on social media. There is a mission mode, however, similar to Guilty Gears, where you can try more advanced aspects of the game, like baiting crossbursts or blocking overheads. Training mode is also considerably brushed up in comparison to Central Fiction. It has a lot of recording slots, the ability to set the enemy dummy to counter with Dragon Punches for example, and more. I wish I could spend more time playing Blake and have Yang to complete the Ruby squad. BB Tag definitely feels like the most rushed fighting game from ArcSys to date. Although it has been promoted thoroughly, its mired marketing seems to cover up a rushed product. We'll only have 31 characters available until EVO, as we found out in May that not all of the announced 20 DLC characters will make it in time for launch. You can encounter future DLC characters like Hakumen or Carmine in episode mode. There are a few bugs, like a notable kanji glitch that can freeze the opponent, and my game would also completely freeze when an opponent would rage quit a match or losing online, forcing me to quit the game. However, the online lobby is an upgrade over Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2's 3D area, giving you a chance to embody adorable avatars that have lots of emotes and even new tag stickers, sort of like sprays. The main menu also works as a lobby, though I wish ArcSys went all out on this idea and made more interactive elements. Some of them just sit as decoration. I've had good experiences online overall, as long as the opponent isn't terribly far away or on some unstable connection. All in all, I appreciate BB Tag for being the most accessible BlazBlue game to date. Newcomers can literally do combos and supers in seconds. But all the experts have so much to explore. Social media is already full of more and more creative setups that you won't be able to block. And if you're not as competitive, there's actually a good amount of single-player content. The episode mode is more interactive than before, with branching paths and multiple endings, and it includes battles. Overall, BlazBlue Cross-Tag Battle is filled with frenetic fun and avenues for creativity, but it is dragged down a bit by what seems like a rushed schedule and a couple of bugs. It is a dream crossover that's a complete love letter to anime fans, uniting franchises in an unusual but effective way. Ruby characters and their soundtrack fit the game like a glove, confidently debuting in a game that shows competitive promise but also persuasively attracts newcomers.